Kahalal, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Makachodash, and up on us to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the peace, sanitation, archive doing his work, and truth, sincerity, and the four corners of the earth. All right. And I want to do this lesson. Okay, going into this Minnesota. All right, mass pew pew. All right. It's a damn shame, this is the way that you have to speak uh on the internet, man, but we here. We are here. We are at that time of mass censorship. We're at that time of a police state, all right, in America, okay, and a coming martial law. You know, all your freedoms and your liberties are about to be taken away. These Edomites, these six-pack crackers, these dumbass Jakes and dumbass Latinos that voted for Donald T. They think that he's for upholding the Constitution and he's all for civil liberties, and that's a goddamn lie. That's a bold-faced lie. You know, and he said it out of his mouth himself, man. The serpent has said it himself. Okay, he don't give a damn about your constitutional rights. You know, and he's setting up the National Guard, all right, in all these major cities, and most of these cities are of the Israelite demographic, man. That's not for an accident. You know, and it makes it more how can I say it? It's less of a uproar, okay, because these are perceived to be Jake cities. All right, these are cities where Jake is doing a lot of the crime. Okay, so no, it's not labeled Gestapo. All right, because it's targeting Jake. It's targeting you Israelites. All right, but if the National Guard started off in Springfield, Missouri, where the Edomite Havens at? New Hampshire, up northeast, Boston, you know, Esau be turned up already, but since he started in these Jake locations, you know, and cloaking it as a fighting crime, okay, now he's able to get away with it, and now these military troops are being able to be trained, all right, and get you people in a state of gradualism, man. Okay, to where you used to military forces being put on the streets, which all this shit is unconstitutional. All right, there's no reason for military men to be put on the streets of America. All right, this clearly goes against your constitution to you Edomites, man. All right, and that was Jake, but it's gonna be you too. Okay, because there has to be a preparation for the uproar and the sedition that's to come to America, man, because the people are suffering. All right, the people are going through aches and pains, man. The people are being laid off. They losing their jobs. All right, at the same time they're losing their jobs, okay, their bills are going up, food prices are going up, vehicle prices are going up, housing prices are out of control, you know, everything is at an all-time high. All right, and pretty much people are going to start taking it to the streets, okay, because when a person can't eat, all right. And when they can't pay that electricity bill and they don't got nowhere to lay their head, all right, now they're gonna lose it. They gonna, how you Jake say, crash out. All right, because ain't no relief. Okay, and then they seeing that the politicians, the judges, the mayors, the president, they still got money. They not hurting at all. You know, Donald T done made 8 billion. What was it, 3 billion? He done made 3 billion since the beginning of his presidency in profits. So it's gonna be more of this that you see on your screen right now. It says an absolute tragedy, tragic mass pew pew unfolded at a Catholic school in Minneapolis, leaving an 8-year-old and a 10-year-old uh, backspaced in the pews and injuring 17 others. Minneapolis, and there's always shit going down in Minneapolis, man. Always. That's a shit. That goddamn hornet's nest. That's a stomping ground, all right, for these MK Ultra down puppets, man. You know, it's a Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara told reporters that the shooter took his own life in the rear of an Annunciation Catholic Church. Ch- Children are backspaced. There are families that have a deceased child. You cannot put into words the gravity, tragedy, or absolute pain of the situation. Okay, so let's see. Let's check it out. They say one screenshot from video showed a semi-auto, all right, and a shotgun with text on one magazine reading, and you see that, okay? Come on, man. You people can't see the setup. You people can't see the FF, right in front of your face. Since when do you know, those people, alphabet people, care so much about having the pew pews, man? It seems like all the rainbows got the pew pews now. They using the pew pews more than no more than the so-called right side, man, more than the conservatives. You know, it say Benny Johnson confirmed Minneapolis Catholic Church backspacer Robin Westman was a Decepticon who identified as a woman and legally changed uh his name from Robert in 2020, man. So the so the pew pewer is a Decepticon, man. Come on, man, you can't make this shit up. You know, can't make it up. And these people are easy to use. These are Decepticons. All right, these Autobots. All right, especially when they under uh all those psych meds. All right, and they already full of demons. All right, because they freaking Decepticons, so they already full of demons. You know, and all it takes is for Esau to hit the switch on them, man. So this is what you got to look forward to, man. Okay, more and more of this. I'm talking about public backspacing is. I mean, it's so common now. It's not even a big deal anymore. You know, and anything that's in opposition of what Amalek is doing, and we all know what they're doing. All right, and what DT has put out there, you're gonna be seen as a enemy of the state. Okay, we know that the demonization is coming. We know that the harassment is coming. The persecution is coming. All right, the only ones that ain't gonna be persecuted is the ones that's on their damn knees. All right, begging to be in allegiance with this devil and his rulership, man, begging to take that RFID. All right, everybody that's at the opposition to that, are going to be demonized, man. But just like you had those ones that that tried to hold out with the Crown Royale with the jabby jab, but then when it came to, hey, you gonna lose your job, nigga. Niggas went and took it, man. And there's gonna be even more switch siders and fence riders, all right, in the time of the RFID, all right, because there's gonna be a spirit that the Most High puts in the planet Earth, man. Okay, and that's why the scriptures say, you know, in that hour of temptation, the Lord is gonna have to be with you. All right, He's gonna have to put it. He's gonna have to make your mind strong, to resist this devil and his miracles, and his BS. Okay, because Esau gonna come with some shit. Elon Musk. I'm starting to think that Starlink shit is gonna be used with the mark of the beast technology because uh, unlike that 5G, that 5G is exceptional in the local areas in your towns and your big major cities and in America majority wise. All right, but that Starlink can be used anywhere pretty much. It's only a few places where that Starlink can be used, and it's high speed data, it's high speed internet. Connecting you to the Internet of Things, man. Okay, so that Starlink is gonna be essential, to this devil and his agenda. All right, and best believe they've been had Starlink, man. You telling me these devils they had these satellites for this long and didn't know, hey, we could hook up the internet to this shit. We could hook up communications. Knock it off, man. But it's released in a time when the devil, wanted to be released. And ultimately, when the Most High wanted to be released, man. Okay. But that's all I had. I pray this lesson is edifying and shalom.